Hello everybody, and may the 4th be with you. In case you aren't aware, today is the 8th anniversary of my channel, because I started it in 2017. On May 4th, it was supposed to be on May 4th. I just wanted a date that had some kind of significance, so it would have force. Hi Sharon, nice to see you. Now what I'm going to show you and tell you for this specific mokume gane, unfortunately, and I do not know if it is because of the tariffs and the supplies and everything, because obviously it is very possible that whatever Sculpey uses to make the clays might involve imported ingredients, or it is just the Sculpey company being the Sculpey company, how they've been so many times throughout the year that they come up with some new colors, and even if they sell well, then they just discontinue them and then they come up with new ones. It might be also a matter of ingredients, of course. But what I'm going to use, and I'm going to give you the directions on making them if you cannot find them, because for example, I do have the white pearl and that is easy to find. I do have the graphite pearl and that is easy to find, but the ice blue pearl, and I looked including on the Sculpey website, is not there anymore. There is some on Amazon, and some of these discontinued pearlescents are on Amazon, but the prices are unbelievable. Let me just show you a little bit. Okay, so let's go here. So some of the prices on that in general are, I mean, look at the green pearl. It's unbelievable. Purple pearl, also unbelievable. And then sage green pearl, which is a beautiful, beautiful color, but come on, $16 for a 2-ounce bars? That's horrible. The purple pearl again, and this one is actually good, but look at the delivery. It's not Amazon free. And I know that I did add the ice blue pearl to, and also I have a lavender pearl here, but again I will tell you how to do it. So getting back to our thing here. Hi Elaine. So in order to make the ice blue pearl, or just the blue pearl in general, you use the white pearl, and you can add, depending on what you want to obtain, you can add some of that mica powder that I've been telling you about, the one from Nurture Soaps, or you can add just like using a 1.5 inch cutter. You go on the thicker setting on the pasta machine and you cut one part of white pearl, and then about this size, so it would be about 3 millimeters, about 1/4 inch bead of ultramarine blue, and about, if you want to do the ice pearl, you also, if you just want a pearlescent light blue, you only add I'm just showing you the the size, but you need to use ultramarine blue. If you want to use the ice blue, you need to add a 2 millimeters bead of the graphite pearl. For the lavender pearl, which I couldn't find anymore, and I swear to you I did have it, you can just mix equal parts white and lavender, because there is a lavender, and this would be the easiest. You can add other colors if you can find them, because for example there's a beautiful champagne pearl that again is not findable. What I find the most annoying in all of this is that most of these new colors, they had hold on a second, check something. You can add the lavender, or you can add the mauve. If you add the lavender, is half and half. If you add the mauve, it would be 1/4 of this mauve and the full size of white pearl. And as I was saying, what really irritates me about these new colors and that they discontinued them, they have a different type of mica that's almost a sparkler, and it's a little bit bigger than the regular mica. Again, it's like a sparkler, kind of like the one that you can find in the white glitter Cernit, translucent white glitter, which is not really completely translucent. Anyway, so this is how you obtain these colors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these to the same pretty much size and shape on the thicker setting. So give me just a minute here. That's approximately good. This would be the second one, and this is on the thicker setting. Now the white and the graphite, you want them on the thinnest setting possible. Because in this I will be applying, if you haven't seen my my little playlist about mokume gane, in which I explain how to combine colors and all that. Let me find it and link it for you. Okay. So in this mini series I do explain how to combine the colors, how to create the layers and what thickness you want to create with the layers. because it's very, very dependent on what you do with all that. So this is exactly how thin you can make it on your machine. Don't go ahead to try to make it thinner, because it's going to get thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a black, which is not black, it's like a dark gray. And then a white. And then again, I'm getting the blue. And again, a black. Because what the black and the white do, they just bring out all the beauty of the other colors. White and another black. Give me just a second. Now, why we are using the pearl is because you will get an extra effect with the mica shift, obviously. So at this point, I am going to do exactly what you normally do with any mokume gane, excuse me, stacked, because it's a stacked mokume gane that we are doing, not a stamped. And don't forget to keep flipping it over, because otherwise whatever you have on the top will tend to expand more than what's on the bottom. Yeah, I'm still working to cut branches because of all the storms that we had last week. Some of the more dead branches in my whip and willow have croaked and have fallen. And of course it had to be after we had the big dump. We have once every quarter in my city. They come and they get bigger stuff. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab these, because remember I showed you before, whenever you get a mokume gane, which is pretty much a cane. Hi Karen, how you doing? You want to have a buffer at the bottom. Alright, so considering this, I definitely want them much thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and stack. You don't want them too thin, but you do want them thinner. They are not thin enough yet. I think I'm going to get with them through the pasta machine. I'm not sure yet, because you want them to be about, and I'm talking about the colored, not about the dark gray and white. I'm talking about the lavender and the blue. You want them to be about 1/3 of a millimeter. check again. Yeah, they need to be a little bit more. I'm not going to go with them through the machine because the machine is going to make them too thin. Okay, let's check again. This is about right. So I'm going to get this nice. Yes. I know I had a, oh, there is it. Or yeah, I thought I had my small ruler handy, but I guess I don't. I'm gonna just use the big ruler. So I want to cut this in 3. It is 4.5, so I need 4.5. And there we go. And 1 on 3. Okay, I cannot see that. Three and 1.5. And I'm going to grab this and flatten it some. And get it through the machine. And then I'm going to place the lavender side up. This side needs to be. And what we are trying to do here is pretty much more like clouds kind of stuff. So I'm going to need something that is kind of, my knuckles are not good enough. So let me see. Things kind of like this. First I'm going to use the ripple blade. I'm going to give it and remember, if you want to do this kind of mokume gane, your clay needs to be very well conditioned, to be very soft. As I explained before, the way that the mokume gane gets deformed depends a lot on the softness of the clay. Because when you have a very soft clay, and for this, for example, cernite is great, souffle is awesome as well. When you want a very deforming, because let me try and find my, so I can explain better. I think I do have it. So what happens when the clay is soft and you have the layers in the mokume gane stack, and you apply a force downwards, with a clay soft, everything will go downwards. Following that deformation. So that when you cut, you will have deformation on that plane in everything. But if your clay is hard, then when you apply a deformation, it's going to be, and actually I didn't draw this properly, it should be more like this, because sometimes that what happens, the whole, this is what I should have shown, like this, you have the whole layer going down. So you have all of this. So when you cut, you can get several, let's say you cut here, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4 layers will create it. But when you have a hard clay, it will only go not even full down 1 layer. Hard clays are better suited for stamped mokume gane, because that's when you only want, and usually in stamped mokume gane you don't want more than 3 colors. The best is 2 colors, maybe with a very thin layer of a 3rd color just to enhance the visual. But in stamped mokume gane you only get 2 of the colors, and that's why a harder clay is more suitable for a stamped one. Anyway, let's get back to our thing here. I'm going to go on this side too. And then I'm going to do a very more unusual thing here. So before doing anything else, I'm not going to just simply reconsolidate, because what happens if I reconsolidate, these will become kind of like lines, squiggly lines, but I don't want squiggly lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly reconstitute this as much as possible, just pressing a little bit and then pushing it back together, because I don't want to obtain squiggly lines. What I want to obtain is a wider area of the deformation, and this is how I hope I'm going to achieve it. And I'm going to resin it so you can see how it looks like, especially being a pearlescent. It should do just fine. And remember, whenever you need any kind of color recipes, number one, you have the Scalpy website that shows you recipes, and also on my Pinterest, you can get to my Pinterest directly from my channel. If you go to my channel, let me show you real quick. So if you go to my channel and click here on more, and you go to Pinterest, I have color recipes, okay? So I managed to make them, to separate them as much as possible. There is a general color mixes, but then there are also reds, greens. I mean, it's a pretty big metallics and pearlescents, purples, blues. So whenever you need this kind of stuff, all you have to do is to just check my Pinterest, and you will find a lot of color recipes. Hi, Ilyanka, how you doing? Okay, so I'm almost done with this. And why I didn't make them, when you say spring sky, well, the spring sky is not always blue, and especially here in the States, spring for us is a time of some sunshiny days, but also a time of rains and storms. So you're gonna do this until you don't have any more. See the dips here? There, I still have a few dips. It takes a few passes, but you're going to get to it, because what you want is to simply flatten this, and you don't want a lot of deformation. You don't want it to look like a whole bunch of lines. So I should be good right now. So let me, I still do have a little bit of dips, but I can just turn the slice around. And I'm going to use my thin blade, because remember, I do have these very thin blades from Polyclay Play. You can get it's less than $5 for one long like this, and a 4 inches one, and they are the best thin blades I've ever had. I mean, yeah, you can order them on Amazon too, but it's going to take, and now coming from China, I don't know how much they are going to cost and how long it's going to take, or if you can still get them, you know. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Yeah, at the end I'll tell you how I'm doing and all that other stuff. So this should be good enough. I'm going to get it a little bit wider. And what works very nicely with this is you can add little Swarovski rhinestones. You know, you don't even need to use the hot fixes, because if you resin, they are going to stay there no matter what. But I tried this combination earlier, that's why I wanted to show it to you. And once resined, it just looked, you know, I just made a little blob, and once resined, it looked just so beautiful that that I had to show it to you. Okay, I forgot to bring this. So, and to make this kind of stuff, just to give you an idea, this is so easy to make whenever you want to get, you know, color matched with whatever you're wearing. You make one of these kind of stuff, and you don't have to make it this shape, obviously. You can make a different shape, but you grab your colors, you create your mokume gane, and then all you have to do is to resin it, bake it, sand a little bit of the sides if it's not perfectly done, and then just put a pinch bail. And then there are those little very thin, actually I have them, let me check. I have them in my influencer store, I think. Give me a second. In the findings. Okay. Let me search that with you so you don't get bored. So these would be pinch bails, and they are quite cheap. I need to go through this a lot because a lot of these were Chinese companies and imports. So as you can see, there's a lot that are unavailable right now. I need to go through all my store. But you can get a whole bunch of pinch bails of various sizes and colors. But what I wanted to show you is, I don't have them here. What the heck? It's with the threads, chains leather. There we go. Should be here. The thing that I want to show, this, you know, or these, the steel wire, they are very perfect for choker necklaces, and you can just use many for just one. You can find them in more colors, or you can use these leather cords or even waxed cords. As you can see, there's all kinds of this stuff, but doing them like this, they will look just perfect. So let me go ahead and resin this, and then while it's hardened, I'll keep you up to date with my situation. and you will see how beautiful it looks once it is resined. And as I was saying, you can make mokume gane with the colors that you usually wear the most, and make one of these for each of your most used color combination in your wardrobe, and you'll always be elegant and matched. Alrighty. I made more experiments with but these are not as good. I keep experimenting with the Labradorite, but as you can see, these don't disappear, so they are not good. They are a waste. So anyway, so I managed to sell my laptop. I managed to get the money that I needed for the closing, but I am in a pretty bad bind. I still have some stuff out for sale on Marketplace because I still need about $300 more for the monthly expenses, because there's the kitty food, my internet, and to be able to do all this, I got the utilities covered all except for the water and my pain pills. So yeah, it's about $300 that I still need. So and kind of get spread throughout the month. But oh yes, and as I said, if you just go to I asked you not to donate on YouTube, because on whatever you donate on YouTube I will not get until the end of the next month. But if you go on my website, oh yeah, and for the website, because if I don't within a week, it's going to be closed. So if you go to my website and you scroll, let me show you. If you scroll on my website, on the right side here, there's a donate button, and you don't need a PayPal account. You can donate with any card. So yeah, that was what I wanted to ask you to. If you want to donate and help me, even $5 help, please use the donation button on my website. Now let's take a look at this. I'm going to refocus. So we can see it. And turn off one of the I'm glad I figured out the whole thing with the lamps. Okay, there we go. So yeah, maybe the other one, so I don't get so much glare from the right. But you can see it's almost like an abalone, but not entirely. I wonder why, because normally it should allow you to pay with anything, not just PayPal. Hold on, let me redo this. So if we go, you can still see the sparklies even if we go like this. I'm going to have to recheck that, because I know that anybody could do. I don't know, I have a Cash App if you want. Now let me grab my phone to tell you. Oh. I think it's just my name. Can you, I forgot, do you have Facebook? Where's my... Can you email me? Because also if you go on my website, if you want to use Cash App, and I probably will make a Zelle, because it's easier and better. If you go on my website, so if you go on my website, right here on top, there's a contact me, and it will put you straight to my email, and I can give you the details of my Cash App. And right after this, I'm going to start doing opening a Zelle account. So that would be easier. So thank you so much. Sorry. And as I said, if you can help me with PayPal, if not, yes. See, I said, I don't know why, because see, Karen, I just got from I think this was Karen. Yeah, this was Karen with regular debit card. I told you that this is what I knew that was working. Do you have an Apple thing? Because that would be the only thing. But the code is from PayPal, and I know that the way that I've set it up was to be used with everything. So I don't know. I don't know why the contact me didn't work either, because I tested it and it's been working for ages. People contact me through my email. So I really don't know. Let me see, what else do I have? That's pretty much how you can contact me, through Facebook or through my email. I know that at one point one could send messages. I am not comfortable shouting out my my personal email on a live broadcast. I hope you understand. Yeah, try, what browser are you using? Because if you're, I know that I'm testing my I'm testing my website for Firefox, for Chrome, for Safari. And for the, I'm not sure if I tested it on Edge. Google is not a browser. Probably that's why it's not working. I think that it somehow redirects you to Chrome. Oh, you're going on the phone, not on a desktop. Maybe that's why it's not working, because Google is an app, it's not a browser, and the website is tested for browsers pretty much. I'm not. Yeah, I know that it works great on both. I mean, on Firefox, on Chrome, on Safari. I think I tested it on Opera as well. As I said, I'm not sure if I tested it on Edge, but I tested it on Explorer too. And yeah, because the browser should allow you to do. It depends how your browser is set. It depends a lot on how your browser is set, what type of stuff it allows. Because, for example, if you have it set to not redirect, yeah, but Karen, that's what I'm saying. If she doesn't use a browser on the phone, if she uses only the Google app, that's probably why it doesn't work. Because it might not allow it to redirect to PayPal and stuff. But anyway, this is what I was talking about, and you can easily see how. I don't think I have a pinch bail here. Sometimes I do have some when I'm working on things and I have extras. I put them in a bowl, and then once a month or every other month I go and put them back. But no, I don't have a pinch bail. But you can imagine if you put a golden or a silver pinch bail here, and then it goes on one of those wiry things, you'll have it at all times matching whatever you're wearing. So, and it will do great for a bangle as well, because you can simply cut slices and cover a bangle. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you all next Sunday. And please don't forget, if you want to help me, do not do it on YouTube. Follow the links on my website. And if you do not have, if it doesn't work and do not have, you can contact me through email, and I'll give you my Cash App or my Zelle. I'm going to open a Zelle right away. Okay, thank you so much, and I will see you next Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to upload something before then. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend. It's all primo. I explained in the beginning, Karen. If you watch the very beginning, I explained exactly how to obtain the colors if you don't have them. Okay? Thank you. See you next Sunday.